Hello everyone, welcome to Makeup Monday. Now last week I did a tutorial, but last week I also finished Project 10 Pan, but because I wanted to do the tutorial, I postponed this obviously for this week. So if it seems a little weird, like if I do a haul or if I do a vlog and you're like, well, I thought you were doing Project 10 Pan, I finished it. So let's just go through the products. Now I did change one thing out of Project 10 Pan, and that is the lipstick colors. I decided that since it was still good, I didn't want to just run through my Illamasqua lipstick in Fetish, which is the purple one that I absolutely love. And so since I decided to do that, I did change it out for two other products. That way it seems fair in my head, justified, whatever you want to call it. But let's go through the ones that I did originally go through. So the first one is the Jack Black Lip Balm, which I love because it has SPF 25 in it. It's really nourishing, it's really thick, and it's really wonderful. But because I was almost entirely out of it when I started it, I did throw in my Milani eyeshadow primer. So these two things are one. I'm completely out of it. You can see how squished the packaging is. And I tried one other time to cut off the corner. As you can see, I cut the corner of the Jack Black one so I could get all of it. By the time you get it this far, so much air has been pushed in there that you're just left with gobs of sticky goo, and it doesn't really spread well. So that's number one. Number two is the lipstick that I changed for my Crest whitening toothpaste. Because I do buy this specifically for its whitening properties, I count it as a beauty product. And then I have my Equate beauty wipes. This is the second pack of these. I like these ones because it does what you need it to do. You can spot clean with it. It takes off your base makeup really nicely. So I don't feel the need to spend loads of money when these do really, really well. So that's number two. And number three is the Freeman Feeling Beautiful Avocado and Oatmeal, I almost said cucumber, Oatmeal mask. Love this one, classic green mask. Yeah, I use it. It's one of my favorites. It's so nice. It's so nice. And I was saving it because I did go through kind of a mask phase. If you've been watching Makeup Monday for a while, you know about the mask phase. So I had stopped using this, used it again, lasts forever, it's great. Number three, done and done. Number four is this Neutrogena Maximum Strength Spot Treatment. Normally the Equate, which is like the Walmart brand knockoff for things, it's really inexpensive. And most of the time, majority of the time, whatever it is trying to knock off, it does just as good as the regular thing. Like the apricot scrub does just as good as the St. Ives scrub, which also is inexpensive, but if you can save $1, why not save the dollar? For me anyway. This was not like that. It says it has 10% benzoyl peroxide for acne. This does not work as good as the Acne Free or the Neutrogena, which have 10% benzoyl peroxide. When I looked at the ingredients, I'm pretty sure almost all of them were the same, but for some reason this just did not perform the way I expect spot treatments to perform. So yeah, I wasn't too impressed with this. It's not a repurchase for me. If there's any, sometimes you're like, you should spend the extra $1 for quality. That's what this is. Next is the Double Face Moisturizer. This one's sad, from Jack Black, because I love the Jack Black moisturizer. This is like my second tube that I've gone through. It has SPF 20 in it, which is great, especially in the wintertime. It's nice and thick, but it's thin enough during the summertime that you don't feel like weighted down by it. So that's a love that I'm going to miss. So where are we? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, the Ole Henderson Sheer Transformation. I think I explained a little bit about this last time, but because I'm a person who has heavy acne scarring, which is why I love makeup, part of the reason, but this did help. I've had this small little tub, which fits in my hand, which was a sample size deluxe sample. It lasted me several months, and it was a slow transform, but some of my really heavy stuff definitely lightened, and the really light stuff it worked on too. So it's one of those things that you would have to continue for a really long time. You're not going to get overnight results with this, but when you do see the results, you're like, oh yeah, I definitely see that. And this was the newest trial for that. So when I budget for it, this is a repurchase later on. Then I used the Baremineral's Bare Skin Pure Brightening Serum Foundation. This has broad spectrum SPF 20 in it, and it is in the color Bare Linen. It's extremely light. I'm not a fan of this foundation. It covers fine, it lasts decently, it blends nicely, but my complaint with it is that I don't like how it feels on my skin. Because after I put it on, I've been spoiled by things like Urban Decay Naked and the Too Faced Born This Way foundation, which I also wasn't as impressed with. And the coverage isn't the best for me. Again, I have heavy acne scarring, so I did need concealer. I did need powder. I'm a person who would prefer that my foundation be able to cover decently just on its own without needing a bunch of additional things, especially when it's higher end like Bareminerals. It wasn't bad. I'm sure there's people who love this foundation. Like I said, it wasn't terrible, so I had to throw some concealer and powder on. Most of the time you do that anyway, if you're a makeup person anyway, but I just don't like how this feels on my skin. I'm wearing it today, and it feels heavy on my skin, and I don't like it. It's just not for me. Used up the entire rest of my favorite 100% pure acetone Oxy Onyx Professionals nail polish remover. I don't give two anythings, honestly, about if it's bad for your skin. It does dry your skin out a little bit because it's acetone, but it's not bad for it. And it takes off glitter and it takes off stubborn nail polish better than anything else. So that's what I like. I don't like to have to faff around. It's like few swipes gets it off. That's what I want. This is the Bliss Fat Girl Slim Arm Candy. Here's an interesting fact about Bliss that I recently learned. They turned their Fat Girl Slim line into Fab Girl Slim line. Don't quote me on that because I just recently reordered the, because again, I did finish this a week after this is being shown, or a week before this is being shown. But I ordered the Fat Girl Slim leg, the regular original stuff, and they changed that to Fab. So that's a fun little thing. The arm candy is not my favorite thing. I've had the Love Handler, the arm candy, and the thing that's for your legs. I can't remember what it's called. Is it just regular Fat Girl Slim? But anyway, this it just didn't do as good. It says it's an arm perfecting cream with a massage applicator. I don't know what this massage applicator feature was supposed to do. It didn't feel amazing putting it on or anything. But everything else kind of did a little tightening. I could definitely tell use from the Love Handler and the regular Fat Girl Slim. With this, I was just putting on a really smelly lotion, and there are better lotions that I could use, like Jergens BB body cream, which I love. Urban Decay All Nighter, best spray ever. I love it. A repurchase for me when I can budget for it, because this stuff helps things last an eternity. So if you work in a bar where you're running around and it's really hot, you want something that's going to keep your makeup from melting off your face. So yeah, I believe that's all 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Project 10 pan. Another thing I used up was the Clear 24/7 conditioner. I always go through conditioner a lot faster than shampoo because my hair is so long and it's really, really thick. I end up using more conditioner than I do shampoo. So, just for information, I used that up. All right, so that was Project 10 Pan, and I will see you for FCA Friday, and pretty soon, I believe next week, in fact, yeah, next week is Vlogmas, so I'm going to be vlogging every day, and of course, I'm going to keep up with Makeup Mondays and FCA Fridays in addition to the vlogs. So yay! Happiness and joy, and I hope you all had a pleasant Thanksgiving. Bye bye.